Okay, looks like I'm filming. Okay, so Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Merry Solstice, and Happy New Year. This video is going to be a compilation of my 10 favorite colorings for 2020. And I thought I'd do a face-to-face. I did one last year because I was having computer issues. But I thought, well, you know, it's the end of the year, and I thought I'll do another face-to-face. And I'll start with one from Marty Noble. This is from Elegant Angels, and this is from this month. There we go. You can see some sparkle there. Yeah, I used mixed media on this, as you can see. You know, pencils, markers, glitter glue, pencils, and pastels. And this is one of the books I intend on completing in 2021. Next is from Bohemian Beauties. This is from the Bohemian Beauty special from Coloring Heaven, and by Durian Addict, aka T. Fallon. She goes by Durian Addict on Instagram. And I had the page marked. There we go. Yeah. Now this one looks a little weird because it was a coloring challenge hosted by Adult Coloring for UFOs to make a normal pic look alien. And this is the one I chose. And I used watercolor for her skin, and her hair, I think, was done with mostly pencils with a base of watercolor, and the background was acrylic paint. Next is from Fantasy Fashions by Mingju Sun. And this is one of the books I completed this year. And I chose this one as one of my top 10 for the year. I just like the way this came out. I started with a base of watercolor, and it looked a little streaky, but I think working with it and using markers and pencils on top really made it come through. I like the vibrancy of the colors and the mix of the reds and the purples. Next, this is from Cute Witches by Jade Summer. And I used mixed media on this one, including one of my worst colored pencil sets, the Bic Contis. I wanted to challenge myself, and I think they did, you know, working with them, you know, you have to layer and layer and layer with them. But I managed. I did all the books in this with the Bic Contis. I also used Prismacolors and Arteza and some gel pen and acrylic paint. Next is from Mermaids Commotion by Selena Finac. And this is the second time I had actually colored this one. And there was, I think it was Becky's Coloring Escape had a month-long mermaid color along, and I redid this one using a base of watercolor and going over it with some holographic paint on her tail fin. Next is from World of Flowers by Joanna Basford. And I did this double page spread back. It was near the beginning of the year. Bear with me because it's in two parts. The book is coming apart on me, so I want to make sure I get it in the right order here. There we go. Let's pull back just a little bit. There we go. And I used all kinds of, I used just about every media I have in this, including glitter glue, markers, pencils, gel pens. It was a lot of fun. Sandy at Color Creatively had a month-long Joanna Basford. This was a color-long, actually. And I colored along with her. This is my version of it. Next is one I did in Steampunk from Color It. It's this one. I really like the way their costumes came out, and I used the Magic Fly pencils for most of it, and for accents I used gel pens, and the outside border was done with Van Gogh watercolor metallics. Next is one from A Court of Thorns and Roses. This one right here. For one reason, it took so long, and I'm thrilled with the accomplishment because it took several evenings of, just coloring it in sections and taking my time, and I used Crayola pencils. The water was done with Crayola watercolors, and the sky was done with pastels. And I do believe, although I haven't tabulated it yet, I think this was my most liked coloring on Instagram for this year. I haven't put in the top 9 like they usually do. Have that app you use for the top 9, but I think this one got the most likes. Not bad for, your budget-friendly art supply. Next is one I did in The Witcher. That's this one here. This was a lot of fun. And like the others, it was a combination of, pencils, watercolors, markers, gel pens. And finally, one from Blissful Scenes from Color It. This one here. There we go. A little girl fishing. I remember my dad taking me fishing when I was that age. And I really liked the way the water came out. I used watercolor and then covered over the line waves with acrylic to give it more of a realistic look. And the fish I colored as trout because it was rainbow trout we used to fish for, and I colored in using some rainbow colors and then colored over it with some silver metallic. And most of it was done with a base of watercolor. And the sky was done with pastel. So that is my personal favorites for the year 2020. So I hope you enjoyed this little excursion into, my coloring talent. Okay, so for those, I gained quite a few new subscribers this year, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome aboard. And I'm planning a month end. What I colored for the month, that's coming up. I don't know if I'll do the video this way as one-on-one, or show you while talking through it, or just create a slideshow. I haven't decided yet. But I do, the only major goal I have for this year is, I did a video recently. I was tagged by Nikki Niagara to do a book she'd like to complete for the year, the top 10 books, and I'm working on a page from one of those books right now. It's Bells and Blossoms. I've got one started from that right now, and that's, I think, my only major coloring goal this year. I'm not going to be buying books because I want to focus on what I have, and there's nothing really new out there that I'm, jonesing for right now as far as books are concerned. And including art supplies, I have plenty of pencil sets, and although I may do a haul video sometime next month, and update you on what I've gotten over the last few months. So look forward to that. So with that, I hope you all have a better year than this year, which was really crazy. But I'm glad that, there is hope on the horizon. So with that, thanks for watching.